Hi everyone, this is Naina from Angelic Echoes. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to tap in with what's happening with the Divine Masculine, and the focus is going to be on the Divine Masculine for this reading to see what is actually going on with them, okay? So I'm going to do this reading a little differently. I like to change things. I want to try something else. So we're going to just find out what is your Divine Masculine focused on right now. So thank you, angels. What are the Divine Masculines focused on at the moment? Okay, what do we have here? Okay, so we have a broken heart, okay? So the Divine Masculines are heartbroken right now. And I feel they're heartbroken because they're craving you, Divine Feminine. They're heartbroken in their situation. They're not happy in their situation. And they're heartbroken because of the choices they have made. They're feeling the repercussion and consequences of the choices they've made. And so this is part of the lessons they're learning, to be able to reflect on the choices they've made, to learn from that lesson. So this is all part of the justice that we keep seeing. Not to say that, this is not about vengeance or anything like that, but it's about learning the lesson. So they are realizing what's missing in their life, or they have realized what's missing in their life, which is you. They're feeling your absence, they're feeling the void, and they are not getting what they need in their current circumstance. So they're feeling a void, okay? So let's get clarity around this. So thank you, angels. Can we get any clarification around this broken heart, about the Divine Masculines? What do we need to know about the broken heart? Aha. Okay. So this came out in reverse, okay? And when I usually connect with this card, it's usually about the karmic partner. And obviously it being in reverse confirms that anyway. So not to say that the karmic partner is anyone negative or bad, not necessarily, but the karmic partner may not be suitable for your twin anymore. So obviously they had a purpose to serve in your twin's life, and that was needed for lessons growth. That's what both you, your twin, and the karmic partner signed up for, to help your twin to move forward and to help you to move forward. So the karmic partner is a catalyst in helping you and your twin to learn the lessons, to grow spiritually, and to be able to spiritually mature. So the karmic partner is very valuable in a twin flame journey. So with the card being in reverse does not necessarily mean that the karmic partner is bad, okay? That not at all. It means that what I'm feeling with it is that the karmic partner may not be suitable for your twin any longer, because the karmic cycle is coming to an end. It's coming to a closure. So, and that's why your twin is heartbroken, because they are miserable with the situation they're in. And this karmic partner, even though it's being presented as a female, is not necessarily a female. It could be, any gender or even a situation, but it's related to a third party situation, okay? That's what I'm connecting with, a third party situation. So your twin is unhappy in their third party situation. And remember, we must always respect the karmic partner, because the karmic partner is, like I said, is a catalyst to you and your twin coming back together. Especially if it's one person, okay? They have a purpose as well, to help you and your twin to grow and mature spiritually, and to be able to help you to ascend, and to be able to help both you and your twin to realize what unconditional love is and what truly matters in life. So they are very, very key to the journey. They should be blessed as well. We should wish them well. They deserve to be happy. They are also human beings, and they deserve happiness as well, okay? So this heartbroken situation has to do with a third party situation, a karmic situation, okay? So what else do we need to know about the situation? So let's see what else we need to know. So thank you, angels. Is there anything else we need to know about this? What else is going on here? Okay, so your twin is doing a lot of thinking about this, I feel. Yeah. Okay. So they are definitely thinking, as I said, because it was taking long for the card to come out anyway. So they are obviously thinking and contemplating, and it's about taking a risk. Which way do I go? Because whichever way I go, it's going to be risky. Whether they move forward to you or stay where they are, either way, it's a risk. It's a choice, it's a decision, and that is obviously freaking out your twin because it's scary, just like how this monster is scary to this person. Similarly, your twin is pausing and reflecting on the risks they need to take, and obviously the reason they are pondering over this for a long period of time is because it is somewhat scary to them. Okay, so they're working on gaining clarity and facing their fears in order to take that leap of faith and take that risk. Okay, so let's see, what are they thinking about in this paused situation? So thank you, angels. What do we need to know about them being in this hermit mode, or in a planning and solutioning, finding a solution? What is actually happening through this process? Thank you, angels. Okay. Yeah, so they're learning lessons. So as I mentioned earlier, this is actually teaching them, what they're feeling is actually helping them to learn what they've signed up to learn. Okay, so they're learning and understanding what the lessons are, and this is helping them to awaken to the truth of where their heart is. That's what I'm feeling with this. Okay, this is helping them to connect with where their heart is. So this situation with the third party, okay, karmic partner, third party, is helping them to pause and reflect on what is it that they want to do, and they know it's a risk that they need to take, as scary as it may seem, but it's also helping them to understand where their heart is at and to be able to see the truth of where their heart is at. But I also feel that they third eye is opening, or some of them are getting visions about you. Okay, they're seeing things with a different lens. They're seeing things with a spiritual eye about where their heart is at. And they basically putting the pieces of the puzzle together. So they're gaining answers through this reflection, pause and reflection stage. Okay. So, and it says here, soulmates come to teach us, embrace the lessons they bring, even if they're hard to swallow. And this soulmate is about really the karmic partner and you, because you are teaching your twin, and so is the karmic partner. Okay, so don't worry about the label soulmate. It's actually saying there's a soul teacher. Okay, so even though you are a twin to your twin flame, you are also a soul teacher to your twin. They are a soul teacher to you. Similarly, this third party situation is also a soul teacher to you and your twin, because this third party situation is teaching you also your power, your strength, helping you to come into your full potential. And that's why I said we must truly bless the karmic partner. Okay, and this is what your twin is understanding, and so are you, that they are in the situation for a reason. They're learning the lessons. It's helping both you and your twin to awaken to the truth and the power of who you really are. And in this lesson, they are feeling and seeing and learning where their heart truly lies, which is with you. And even if the journey is as difficult as it is, they are gaining that wisdom. They are learning. They're learning. You are both learning, actually, not just them. You are both learning where your heart truly is. They are learning, about the decisions they've made. They are putting the pieces of the puzzle together because they're connecting the pieces of the puzzle back to you. And even through this here, which is you and, with them and their karmic partner, they both are also gaining wisdom. So what I'm feeling with this is that the karmic partner is also gaining wisdom about getting into the situation. So the karmic partner is also learning what he or she needs to learn in the situation. But in essence, the main thing is that they know that their heart is with you, and they see you. They see a future with you. They see you in their third eye. They have eyes only for you as well. And that's what they're learning right now through this situation. And yeah, they're learning to accept themselves as they are. They're learning to accept that perfection is an illusion, and they may feel imperfect for you, and they may see you as perfection, but they're learning to accept themselves with their flaws, with the choices they've made that has led them to this heartbreak. They're learning to embrace the so-called flaws in themselves, or the mistakes they've made, or the behaviors that they've displayed in the past. They're learning to accept themselves for it and to be able to look past it as lessons being learned. Okay, so I also feel that what this message is saying is that your twin is learning that they are not perfect, but they're learning to embrace the fact that they've been learning all this time. And so they're learning to accept themselves and love themselves with those imperfections, because they're understanding that was part of the journey. It's part of the journey. It's part of the lessons. It's part of learning, because life is a school of learning. Okay. And yeah, they're also learning to accept the flaws of others. And they understand that this is just, they're learning and growing. So I feel that your twin is definitely learning to love themselves, learning to accept themselves, and understanding that perfection doesn't exist. So that's what's currently happening. So what else do we need to know? So let's get a message from your twin about what is it that they want to say through this process. So they're currently at a pause, they're learning lessons, and they're learning to embrace themselves and accept themselves. So let's see what else we need to know. So let's get a message from the divine revelations to close off this reading, and we can perhaps continue with this in the next reading, or whatever I'm guided to do in the next reading. So thank you, angels. So in this process, the divine masculines are at, okay? What do they want to say to the divine feminine? What are they actually feeling and thinking through this process? Okay, we've got 3 cards here. Okay, so they are being silent right now, other than the fact that they're learning. What's scaring them in this process, to gain further clarification, is that you remind them of things that they need to deal with. So they're currently avoiding you because they don't want to face what they have to deal with, because you are their mirror, and you show them and reflect back to them what they need to face, heal, and deal. And this is about definitely emotions, okay? Opening up and being vulnerable. It could be one of those things. It could even be an addiction that they need to heal, where they feel not worthy of you, and they're learning to accept it and embrace that. So they're healing that right now in order to be perfect for you, but they're understanding at the moment that perfection is illusion. So they are avoiding you until they feel that they are ready to actually face you, because at the moment you are reminding them of things that they might struggle to deal with, which is, like I said, it could be an addiction, it could be emotions of how things were left between the two of you, how you've parted ways, what was said, before you parted ways, or what you expected them to do or say and they didn't do it, or even the fact that, you are authentic and you can express yourself freely, and they struggle with that, okay? They struggle with being authentic, and they're working on dropping the mask. So you can see right through them, which also makes it hard for them to deal with. As you can see, he's covering his face here like he's trying to hide. So he doesn't want you to necessarily see right through him, but you can, which is quite attractive to your twin, he or she. So I'm saying he because of the figure here. But when I say he, I'm referring to the masculine energy, not necessarily the gender. So I'm saying that your twin, what I'm trying to say rather, is that your twin does not feel, or they're still learning to rather embrace the feeling of you seeing right through them. And because they want to be accepted with the imperfections as they are by you, okay? And they are definitely craving you, and the thought of you obviously does things to them still. So they're definitely craving you. And that's also why they are also heartbroken, because they're craving you and they're feeling like they're stuck in the situation, they're unhappy in the situation. So they're craving you, which is also making them feel sad and heartbroken, because you feel like home to them. They feel safe with you. So it is ironic in the sense that they're avoiding you because you bring up things that they need to deal and face and heal. At the same time, you feel like home to them. They feel safe with you. So they are working through getting comfortable with you being their mirror, in showing them what they need to face, heal, and deal, because they are accepting the imperfections and others as well, and because they're learning to love themselves, and that's the lessons, that's part of the lessons they're learning. And they're obviously coming to an understanding that you are home to them, and that you their heart is with you. Okay, so that's what they're learning through this process, and that's what your twin wants you to know. So I guess the message is, which we generally always repeat, is that give your twin the time they need to be able to face their fears, and basically enter at your own risk, and allow them that time and space to actually take that leap of faith. But they are healing, and they are getting through what they need to get through. So thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up, and have a lovely day or evening wherever you are. Take care. Namaste. Bye.